The American Academy had the idea of putting together a group of people drawn from across American society. And I saw this list of people drawn up who could be potential members, and you thought, well, even if every one of them says no, at least it will be fun to have made their telephone ring. And I got to make a lot of the calls. And the fun thing about it was, when you called people, you didn't say, would you like to be part of a long bureaucratic exercise generating a report? What you said is, do you think that this country has given as much time and trouble to articulating the value of the humanistic disciplines broadly understood? Or do you think it would be worth some time and trouble on your part to try to figure out how to advocate for this cause more broadly?
There is a very famous German sociologist of some 100 years ago, Max Weber, and he took on this challenge of trying to look at the arts and humanities juxtaposed against science, technology, and math. And as he took this on, he talked about polar opposites. So the arts and humanities on one side, science and technology on the other. And he used expressions about insight versus information, knowledge versus skill, inspiration versus discipline, and learning for its own sake versus learning for utility. Now, what he concluded after struggling with this for many years is that these indeed were not polar opposites. There was a direct relationship between the two.
There is a common set of skills and competencies that one is going to need in virtually anything one does. That has to do with reading with comprehension, writing with clarity and precision, knowing logic, knowing how to make an argument, having some sense of one's history and the background of what one is engaged in. I mean, those are common elements of a good education, a solid education, a serviceable education, no matter what the specialty might be. After all, there are many people from China, from India, from those competitors who are seeking out an American education. And when you ask them what do they value about it, why they regard it so highly, you invariably hear something about the cultivation of creativity and innovative thinking and the ability to think critically. Those are strengths of American education that we'd be extremely foolish to shortchange.
One of the fears I've had is that we lose sight of the importance of education, and particularly of higher education, if our only focus is on creating people who we think have a pathway to a particular job. And I always remember a quote from Secretary Dick Riley, and I don't want to miss it, so I'll put my glasses on and read it. But he said, "We are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist, using technologies that haven't been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet." And so if you think about that, what he's saying, and I think what all of us would probably agree upon, is that we don't know what the future is going to be. And what we really ought to be focused on is preparing students who are adaptable and flexible, and who have a set of competencies and skills that allow them to adjust to a changing world.